Jen. I can take care of myself.
Chris, you know nothing about these two. If he's your brother and still likes you, he clearly doesn't know anything about you either. Shut up, you witch. Jennifer was holding a cup of coffee that she threw on my dress.
Jen, what's wrong with you?
Oh, I'm so sorry. It was an accident. Just then, Stacy stomped on Jennifer's foot so hard that she screamed out loud. I'm sorry. It was an accident.
We both high-fived and went away.
But before that, I caught Chris looking at me and smiling. For some reason, his smile melted my heart. The next few days, Jennifer followed Chris like a shadow. I got to know that Chris had been studying abroad and had just come back. He was 1 year senior to us. And once, when I was sitting alone in the library, Chris came and sat beside me.
Hey, I've heard a lot about your mom, and I would love to see her creation someday, if that's okay with you.
Gosh, I just couldn't stop looking into those big blue eyes. Snap out of it, idiot.
Of course.
You can come home and I'll show you her paintings. But won't Jennifer be mad?
Don't worry about her. I don't know why she's acting so strange lately. She sometimes forgets that I'm the elder sibling, not her.
When I told Stacy that Chris was coming home, she wasn't too thrilled because he was Jennifer's brother. She already knew I had a huge crush on him. That evening, I told Mom that my friend would come over to see her work, and she readily agreed. When Chris finally came, Mom greeted him warmly. But all of a sudden, Chris started shouting,
"Ma'am, I'm a big fan of your art. I've seen some of your paintings at a London art gallery."
That's so nice. Miriam, why don't you go take him upstairs to show him the paintings?
Thank you, ma'am. It was a pleasure meeting you.
I was so confused at his weird behavior. But then I saw Stacy laughing crazily just outside the door, and I knew she had something to do with it. Did you meet Stacy on your way here?
Yeah. In fact, she was the one who told me that your mom has a hearing problem.
Good Lord, I swore I'd kill Stacy for this. Chris and I started going out after that day. He was funny and a nature lover like me. Jennifer didn't like our budding relationship one bit, but she couldn't really do anything about it. Once, Chris came to pick me up for a movie night. When I entered the car and tried putting on the seatbelt, it got stuck. He leaned in to see what the matter was, and suddenly, we were so close that I almost forgot to breathe. Just then, Chris looked into my eyes, and we kissed. It was my first kiss ever, and it was freaking amazing. I knew I was totally in love. Then Chris told me his biggest secret.
Miriam, I want you to know something. I was 8 when I had a terrible accident. Doctors had to cut off half of my left leg to save me.
Chris pulled up his left trouser, and I was shocked to see that he had a prosthetic leg.
I'll understand if you don't want to date me after this, but I couldn't keep this a secret from you any longer.
Hey, don't be silly. This doesn't change a thing. And then I kissed him again. The next day when I came to school, I saw Stacy waving wildly. I ran to see what the matter was. You heard about Chris? He has a fake leg. What? I mean, who told you? Everyone at school is talking about it. I was horrified that his secret was out now. But who could have done that? I frantically searched for Chris everywhere, but he just vanished. I even asked Jennifer, but she pushed me aside angrily. My brother trusted you, and this is what you did to him? You'll never get to see him again. I felt devastated. I even went to his home hoping to meet him, but one of his servants told me that he'd moved to London for good. I missed Chris so much that I cried for days. Stacy tried to cheer me up with her silly stories. She'd forced me to go on hikes with her, and she encouraged me to paint more often. With her help, I started to get better. Soon after, we had an art competition where the winner would get a chance to study in a prestigious art school in Milan. Stacy, if I win this competition, I'll literally get to go to the university of my dreams. Don't get your hopes too high. I'm participating too. She then revealed that she was planning to paint a pig rolling in mud. Turned out that Jennifer was also participating in the competition, and I had to admit, she painted quite well, but I was confident of my art skills. So I just focused on my painting, and it turned out to be more amazing than I'd expected. Our art teacher asked us to wait outside for an hour until the judges came and reviewed the paintings. I went to the cafeteria to grab some lunch, and Stacy joined me there. And just then, I heard an announcement.
Miriam, I want you to come quickly to the auditorium